Welcome to the Upbeat Gardener. I'm Marion Owen. Some people go nuts over pecans. In Albany, New York, for example, 2 men stole 1,400 pounds of pecans from a warehouse after breaking in through a bathroom window. And during the holidays when baking is at an all-time high, store clerks can have a tough time keeping pecans in stock. I learned about pecans out of frustration and got a lesson in patience. One day, a neighbor dropped off a bag of unshelled pecans. I reached for the nutcracker, straddled it across one of the smooth oval nuts, and gave it a squeeze. It shattered into a dozen pieces. I tried again. Same thing. A handful of nuts later, I gave up. Time for a little research. After all, living in Alaska, I knew as much about pecans as a Texan would know about polar bears. In North America, the pecan is one of the most valuable nut species. Presidents Washington and Jefferson loved pecans. The U.S. produces about 80% of the world's pecan crop, mostly from the southern states. As valuable as they might be, before a shelled pecan is ready to be sold, it must first be cleaned, sized, sterilized, cracked, and finally shelled. Easier said than done. No wonder the Native American word for pecan describes all nuts requiring a stone to crack. So why bother cracking these nuts? Pecans contain more than 19 vitamins and minerals. They're an excellent source of fiber and protein, and they can protect against added pounds. Just look at your average Mediterranean person. Those who eat nuts at least twice a week are 30% less likely to gain weight than those who rarely or never eat them. Back to cracking. Preparing a nut for sale involves many steps, from cracking machines to screens and dryers. Now here's the secret I was looking for. According to the National Pecan Shellers Association, to keep the pecan meat from shattering, the nuts must be moistened before cracking. So that's all I needed to do, soak the buggers in hot water for about 10 minutes. I also needed patience, to slow down and not be in such a hurry. Benjamin Franklin said it best. He that can have patience can have what he will. Sorry, Ben. I already tossed the remaining nuts in the wood stove. For the Upbeat Gardener, I'm Marion Owen in Kodiak, Alaska.